Beautiful, vivacious, not an enemy in the world. Except it would turn out for one.
He said, if you come around me, I will kill you.
What happened on that dark night by the creek?
This is like a scene out of a horror movie.
This is horrible. Look what they've done to her.
And who did this to Danielle Locklear?
A monster?
These pretty pictures, endearing videos, memories so haunting, Rona Fowler can barely hold back the tears.
Tell me about what your daughter was like when she was growing up.
Mischievous. She was a firecracker. You always found her in something. She was always one of those types where she never let anything pass her by.
But this mother's incredible sorrow would come later, following a night of brutal horror.
I can't hardly stand it. It's horrible. It's ugly.
In the summer of 2013, the sun was still shining on 15-year-old Danielle Locklear, the sparkling-eyed teen spending the warmer months at her grandma's house 2 hours from home in idyllic Hope Mills, North Carolina, surrounded by a big, loving family of grandparents and aunts.
She had a beautiful smile and an infectious laugh. We felt that, okay, we have one more person here that didn't mind getting her hands dirty, that didn't mind work.
After a summer at camp, Danielle's freshman year begins. She asked to enroll in high school up north with Grandma. She'd grown close to her new friends in Hope Mills, especially one friend, a handsome high school senior named Jamichael.
Was she dating?
Apparently she did meet Jamichael Malloy.
What did you think of him?
I thought he was a nice kid. I mean, he was quiet. Very quiet. I guess around me he was and everything because, you know, I'm the mom.
He was very introverted. But that was okay. It's the making seemingly of a very good and respectful kid.
Danielle's aunt, China Papa, saw Danielle light up whenever her new boyfriend was around.
So what was her relationship with Jamichael like?
Well, when she first met him, she fell head over heels. She was in love. She was putting hearts everywhere. All of her notebooks had Jamichael Malloy, Danielle Malloy.
But there was someone else vying for Jamichael's attention, Dominic Locke.
Dominic Locke was Jamichael's best friend. They were tied to the hip. They had plans of doing the military thing together.
But for now, Dominic was the third wheel in Jamichael and Danielle's budding love story.
His friend, Dominic, seems like a person that's easily told what to do. You know?
When they're alone, Danielle and Jamichael's ups were good, like home-cooked meals at Danielle's house and nightly cell phone chats. But the downs were deep, like this lonely update on Danielle's Facebook. Danielle writing, "I feel no love because some people are too busy with other friends to pay attention to their girlfriend."
Did you ever see them having problems?
They had broken up around Christmas time. A week later, they were back together. So everything was fine.
Fine, until a night near the end of the school year, March of 2014. Danielle's mom, Rona, back home in Myrtle Beach, gets the phone call every mother dreads.
My sister said, Danielle's missing. I'm like, what do you mean she's missing? I'm panicking. You know, when someone tells you your child is missing, you go into a whole other mode. Get to my mom's house and everything, and apparently she had left the house that night.
The last person to see her, Danielle's grandpa.
Asked my stepfather, could she walk a folder down the street to a neighbor? Supposed to be homework or something. And he gave her permission to leave, and like, well, hurry up and come back.
Police are called, a missing persons report filed, followed by a growing sense of dread.
And for a few days, everybody was praying and hoping that, you know, maybe she did just run off. Maybe we really don't know her like that.
But Danielle's Aunt Chyna can't rest until she finds her. She investigates on her own, starting with a rumored secret place near Grandma's house.
Where I'm living, where my home is, in Hope Mills, there's a creek back there that these school kids hang out. And I didn't know it was a hangout back there.
By the light of day, a teen hangout. But when night falls, the dense brush surrounding the muddy waters hides something darker, and neighborhood kids are whispering it's a place Danielle was last seen alive.
I went there the next day around the same time and looked at the woods and said, this is like a scene out of a horror movie. I wouldn't even walk back there. And she voluntarily walked into the dark woods? No way.
Chyna ventures deeper down the creek side's dirt trails and sees something that stops her heart cold.
I see help scratched on the ground.
Help. 4 letters that send chills down Chyna's spine. Was it some kid's prank or a desperate plea?
I'm like, is that a joke or what is that?
Then something else, and it's no joke.
As we're exiting the trail, I look down and I'm like, this is her sock. It was rolled, like it had rolled off of a foot.
If it was Danielle's sock, where was the other one? Coming up, a frantic search turns up a surprise suspect.
He knew what he was looking at when he saw it.
And a gnawing feeling a monster was among them.
Everything just started ticking in the back of my head like, he was right here the whole time. Jamichael was at the search, balloon release, come by the house, hugging me. I cried on his shoulder, everything. You're looking at any and everyone.